Blessed be and welcome. Priestess Melissa here. It's so good to see you once again for this Love Thing Thursday. How are you? So good to see you. Mwah. Many blessings to you, and I am here to offer you even more blessings, of course, for your health. So don't forget to get your 4 Thieves vinegar, guys. This is the most potent, all-natural medicinal vinegar you will find out there, and that is because it has been around for centuries, guys. This is what we used to use before medicine, before pills and all of these things. And all of our medicines, interestingly enough, are derived from a natural source. Why the need for all of the unnatural aspects of them that cause us issues? In any case, you have alternatives. So reach out and get your 4 Thieves vinegar today, guys. You'll get a sample of the Thieves oil, which is really great for the outside of your body, for giving that layer of protection. Hey, if it worked for the grave robbers back in the Black Plague times, it can work for you too, right? Because it's all about getting your immune system strong. And this is exactly what these products will do. Now, you can get either one for $30 or 2 for $55. So get the pair, guys, and get ready to get yourself set up to be perfectly healthy this season and at all times. Now, some other great things that people are reporting to me, they're having less bloating. They are actually like losing weight and feeling so good, guys. More energy and just overall like feeling amazing. When you take this stuff first thing in the morning, first of all, it just gives you energy and it's so awesome. And that's exactly how we want to feel, is good when we wake up, right? Get a good start to our day. So let's do that here with the Love Thing messages, shall we? Hi, Sherry. So good to see you. I know your wish is my command. Dear Spirit, Infinite One, what do you have to show us today? How can we fulfill our wishes in our lives? How will you assist us, Great One? Send us your wisdom today. We honor you now and always, setting my ego to the outside for the highest good of all. So it is. So it is. So it is. Yay! Hi guys! Yes, we have to take advantage of the Halloween time, right? And get all dressed up and be cute and have fun with it. So for our Love Thing Thursday is, what is our wish and how can we help fulfill that wish in our lives in regards to love, right? How can we move more into that happiness of love that we know we should be experiencing? We know that we should be happy. We know that we're supposed to be living this amazing life, but how can we best do that, you know? So, your wish is my command. Whatever we're thinking, whatever we're feeling, greatly aids that. So, it would behooves of us to get into that energy that is going to bring everything we truly want, all of the abundance, right? All right, so let me meditate on the cards for just a moment. Beautiful. I love this energy. Hi, Rosemary. How are you, dear? What is your wish today in love? What would you like to see manifested in your life? Well, let's see how we can best assist that. The romance angels will help us to determine this today. What do we need to know, dear romance angels? Ooh. Have a blessed day. Thank you, beautiful. You're always so sweet. You always send me beautiful messages, and I'm so happy to know that you're still doing well. I'm promoting my 4 Thieves vinegar, of course, and oil. And Rosemary is one of my great friends who have had some amazing results, not getting sick, not being in the hospital. That is amazing when so many people are supposedly dying and stuff like that, right? But in any case, this really does help to get your body in that state of being where it feels good, guys, and it's doing its job properly. So overall, we can feel good in our bodies, and that's very important for magical work, right? All right, so retreat and very soon. Ooh, very interesting. So what kind of energy is this? Something coming in for you? Maybe you know about it, maybe you don't. It says clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. On the bottom here was retreat. So this is that time, and it makes sense because we're in Mercury retrograde, right? So we're taking some time to really step back. With this Libran energy that we just stepped out of, and now we're stepping into the Scorpio energy, right? What is it that we need to pull back, really see, and get our mind and our heart right as we're moving forward, right? Because if we really do want love in our life and we really do want that awesome partner, you know, there are things that we have to look at as to why we haven't been able to attract that person, right? So what is it that we need to pull back and see within ourselves before we really meet this person, before we come into this space? Because maybe we haven't even met this person yet. There could be a lot of us out there that are single right now, but in any case, even with this energy, if you're in a relationship, I could see that meaning like maybe you're moving into that higher state of commitment with one another, and somebody needs to decide, you know, do they want to have that higher level of commitment, long-term commitment kind of thing, you know? So I could also see that being the case, because see here, it's very interesting because they're younger in this energy, right? So it's like we're moving again, or have that ability to coming up to move into a different state, like a more mature state. That's what I see this being, because now they're like in wedding clothes and stuff like that, right? So this card says it is time to disconnect from the world, right? So disconnecting perhaps from any of those, you know, connections that we've made in the past, perhaps. Really getting clear about what it is so that we can not only prepare, but really draw in that type of person that we want. Maybe it's making those plans, making a list of those attributes, if you will, so that we know what kind of person is coming towards us, because we've listed what it is that we clearly want, right? There's a lot of really potent energy that we're coming up on with the full moon energy, a blue moon energy at that, because it's the second full moon this month, right? Anytime you have two full moons in 1 month, it's considered the blue moon when you have the second one. And interestingly enough and awesomely enough, there is a lot of power in that being on Halloween or Samhain. So I've talked about this Samhain energy, lots of chills here, because this really is a time that we can clear those contracts, you know, or clear those energies of the connections that we've made with those agreements with people in the past, you know, even things that we've said, if you think about it, I'll always love you, you know, I'll always be there for you, and things like that. And of course we mean it at the time, but you know, now that we may be in a place where we're not with that person any longer, we can't, you know, honor those commitments, because obviously we made those under different agreements between one another. And so I feel that we're moving again into this more mature state of connection with other people, especially romantic connections. And so this gives us that opportunity for each one of us to step up, you know, if we want to move into this higher level of commitment with another or relationship. And again, that can happen whether you're at the beginning and you haven't even met this person yet. It's getting that energy set in the right place, right? Or if you're moving to that more mature level with someone, it gives you that opportunity to get yourself right in your own energy, you know, because again, you know exactly what you want before you go into these deeper commitments with people and relationships, and you make that decision beforehand, and then you know you're resolute and you ensure that you know where they're coming from and how they really feel about the situation, right? And we don't want to be guilting anyone. We really just want to be speaking with one another honestly and openly, because we want to know exactly how, you know, people feel about us, and we want them to feel safe to be able to speak to us just as we want to feel safe to speak, right? But we might need to pull back a little bit and really decide what it is. Clearly, figure that all out, if you will, and then move forward. All right, this card asks you, what do you want? And demands very clear and specific answers. So again, making those lists can be very helpful in deciding, what do you want to have in a relationship? What do you expect? How do you see that dynamic playing out, those interactions between you and other people? All right, and what attributes is it that you would prefer to see in your partner or those people? People that you have those deeper relationships with, right? And they can also be ways to help us to strive higher, to be that type of person ourselves, right? So that we can definitely ensure that we're attracting that kind of person to us, because like attracts like. We mirror what it is that we draw to us, all of that kind of stuff, right? So being able to get into that energy is a big part of that, deciding what energy you want to be in, right? And then putting yourself in that. Be clear and be ready to move forward. Just like putting in your order at a restaurant, the universe has been listening to your thoughts and feelings about your love life and has brought you what you have asked for. So again, your thoughts and feelings, those are energies. Those connect with the outside electromagnetic field. And this is how we draw or repel, what it is that we are truly wanting in our lives. And we can inherently or and not meaning to, if you will, if you're not aware, if you will, pushing things away just because of your thoughts or feelings, like not feeling like you really can be in that kind of relationship and those kinds of things, or that you can trust yourself to choose the right partner for you. Those are all things that we have to be clear that yes, we can trust ourselves and we do know what we want. We're clear about it and we make that known to the universe. Again, the Samhain energy, writing that down, burning regrets, like the Samhain energy was talking about at that Halloween time this Saturday. As a matter of fact, we can literally make that endings and beginnings moment. We can burn those things that we want to let go of, those regrets, and then write down opposite what we didn't like perhaps about the past and what we would, the opposite essentially. So you kind of like take a list of what it is you don't like, right? And then on the other side, or another piece of paper, you write the opposite of that. And that's literally what you start focusing on. This is the work, if you will. This is what helps us to bring us into that magical aspect of manifestation, So monitor your thoughts and your feelings. It's so important. If you didn't know that already, which I know many of us do, but we have to get into the practice, right? The ritual, the ceremony of every day, focusing our thoughts and our feelings in the right way, the most pleasing ways possible, all right? So we can draw the positive and not the negative, all right? So when you complain about what is served to you, it is only because you placed an unclear order. As soon as you are perfectly straightforward about what it is you desire, it comes to you upon the wings of angels in an instant. You drew this card because it is time for you to get clear and honest with yourself and formulate your request with faith and optimism. Trust your feelings and make decisions to treat yourself. Make decisions for yourself about what is best for you, right? What are you creating? You're the genie. Just like me, that's why I dressed up this way today. It's a message, guys, and Spirit always comes through and brings the messages that are needed. This is a time for you to really create. Don't, put in those orders that you really don't want. Don't add, don't entertain those thoughts and feelings that really don't serve you and make you feel good, because you're only going to attract those kind of people to you. You have to resonate with what it is that you want. So, again, be clear about what you want, and there may be some things that you need to, heal within yourself. Again, that gets you into that mindset and that heart set where you change consciously the way that you're thinking and feeling about relationships and about what can be possible for you, right? You start to change that over and not entertain those lower energies, because you're the genie. You're going to create what it is that you're thinking and feeling about. So we need to change that today so that we can create that magic and have the spark of love all around us, We will actually really start to feel it and feel the possibilities within it. Queen of Cups, Strength in Reverse, Three of Wands. Yeah. Stop looking for these things that constantly take your strength away. Filling that cup of love, sitting on your throne, being resolute about who you are is so important. I can't stress it enough. It's the struggle that we all have to go through, guys. I'm not just telling you to do something that I don't understand. I get that. I understand it myself too, because I've had struggles with self-worth and different things like that. Putting my, all of my eggs in one basket, meaning we put all of our energy, right, into something else, into somebody else. And we forget that we are the one who, should be using that energy towards ensuring that we're keeping ourselves afloat, if you will, that we're able to create the way that we want to in our own worlds. And the people that we are connecting with should always make us feel better and not worse. You know what I mean? Yep. So putting an end to all of that deceptive energy, the moon time energy, guys, I'm telling you, this is the time to put all of this behind us. Any deceptive energy that we've been dealing with within ourselves that we don't want to deal with any longer, like how we think about being able to be in relationships, we can write all of this down, like I said, and burn it. I, deny this feeling and thinking this way any longer. I choose to think and feel this way, and then give that time and attention, your energy, right? This is your money, if you will. This is what brings your abundance, is by being conscious and choosing, instead of, not taking these new starts, taking your energy and using it wisely. I mean, I know that it can feel disheartening if we've had a lot of starts that have not ended up bringing us, into out of the cold, if you will. We're still kind of in this energy where we feel like there's something that we're still not clearly seeing. And a lot of times it really is just, that we feel justified in what has happened to us, right? And we have our story, and yes, we can hold on to it, but what good is that going to do us? It's going to continue to bring that imbalance, We're still not going to feel grounded and like we have the ability to be abundant. Having that inability to move through the calmer waters, right, in the past is what's brought us to this place. We have to be resolute once again, like that cross behind her, and now walking forward, moving to those calmer waters and understanding that, things have happened in our lives, but again, they're not meant to break us necessarily. They're just meant to show us that, that wasn't the right way to go with things. And we may have put our own, we have to think about the investment that we put into things before we really determine if there is value in putting our energy towards something to begin with, and thus preventing all of these towers and losses and things of that nature, right? Queen of Wands, yes, the reason for the energy. We definitely want to be able to feel confident and that we can trust ourselves, right? That we are the creators, that we direct our energy in the way that we truly want it to go, and that it does create what it is that we truly want. This is what we're moving towards, which is really great to see. The reason for the reading and what we're trying to build in the foundation of our world, if you will. The Emperor energy moving forward. Now, this could signify a couple of different things. There could be with the forward movement energy, because of course it talks about retreating very soon, and then in the future with this Emperor energy, there could be someone, right, of this higher nature coming towards you, which could allow you to be able to leave behind all of that past energy that you've dealt with. but you want to ensure that you are the one that is, see, if you understand that you can remove this energy instead of getting into a relationship, getting excited and distracted on another person, as opposed to learning those healing modalities that help you to move past your hurts, right? Because we don't want something to be a band-aid or to be the reason for our happiness, right? We want to really feel that happiness within ourselves. Now, if we're stepping into this Emperor energy in the sense of we're taking charge, you know, of ourselves and having that balance in that way of, because that's a lot of Aries energy, so that's fire, but it is also about, I feel, about having that balance of masculine over the feminine, like the heart space energy, right? So you're not just being guided and led by your heart, but you're being smart about it, which is really good to see. Now, this energy of the world in reverse could be that, you know, at this moment, it could still feel that there are a lot of things that are rearranging that may still feel like they're not going in the right direction, or things are more on their head as opposed to, you know, moving forward, if you will. But a lot of things are always happening behind the scenes that we have to keep in mind, that as we're creating and rearranging things in our world, it can seem like a little bit of an upheaval, but we have to keep moving forward. Not be in this flighty energy, all right, and not entertaining any kind of flighty energy. This is typically about in and out type of energy. And if this is about someone who could be trying to come into your space, again, that could be that non-committal type of energy. Think about how committed you may be to your own self in your life, and how well do you treat yourself? Do you do special things for yourself and things like that, right? How much are you loving yourself is really what this is talking about, instead of, once again, looking for this energy in other people to help boost you up, if you will, and make you feel better about yourself. All right, our hopes, wishes, and fears. I feel like with this standing your ground card, it's really about, you know, wanting to move forward and, you know, have that partnership, but not losing yourself, right? And I don't think any of us want to do that, because when we do that, then it sets us up in that energy where we're imbalanced, right? Because someone else is filling a void that truly we should be able to fill, and should have been filling even before somebody else came along, right? We get ourselves into trouble when we don't put those burdens behind us. But if we do, like this card is indicating that we are looking to do, I feel like this is going to definitely move us into this energy away from any kind of deception. It's almost like a protection factor, if you will, right? By burning the things that we don't want, the regrets, the things that, the energy that we don't want to hold on to any longer. That helps to clear out, right? When we pull back, we put focus on those things that we no longer want to have in our lives. We make a list of them. We give attention to them, because you can't just ignore things. You do have to deal with things at some point. So it's better to deal with them at the time when they happen, because otherwise they taint that commitment, or, you know, energy when you connect with someone as you move forward. And it almost like sets you up for failure in a sense, especially depending on what kind of energies that you're dealing with, you know, self-sabotaging. So again, very soon you are moving into this energy, I feel, many of us, where we can connect with another person. I feel like in a lot of ways that we are prepared to connect with someone else, like we're single, if you will, and things of that nature. But again, we want to be sure and aware of how we're connecting with other people and why we're doing it. You know what I mean? So again, I just really feel this energy of don't lose yourself in a relationship. Never lose yourself in anything. You are just as important as anybody else. And I've said that so many times. But moving to these calmer waters within yourself, this is stuff that nobody else sees. This is just you dealing with yourself. You know what I mean? So your purpose is joy. We were talking about purpose yesterday, right? And stepping into your purpose, like who you truly are, discovering that aspect of you as far as what you have to offer to the world, because we all have something, all right? And if we don't find our purpose, then we don't find our true joy, and we're constantly seeking it in other things and other people. So purpose today says your purpose has nothing to do with how you make a living. That is your vocation, mission, or inspired passion. All worthy, but your purpose is much simpler and bigger. Your purpose is joy. It is about discovering, nurturing, and celebrating who you truly are, and knowing and loving yourself at the deepest level. That is the foundation of any wonderful and true lasting love, whether it's within yourself or with anyone else, right? But when you can create that within yourself, then you have that ability to create that in any circumstance, in any environment, right? Because you've been able to overcome all of the conditions within yourself. That's why they say know yourself, know what would put you in those positions, you know, that would get you out of sorts, or when you know you're starting to go into that unknown and treacherous territory, right? You want to protect yourself and you want to be smart about it, but making sure that you love yourself is always going to be set a great foundation as you move forward, so you can put your crown on, right? You know who you are, you're confident, and with or without anyone, you can be happy. It's absolutely true. Be gentle with yourself. What's the next card out? Take your foot off the gas and don't push yourself so hard. If you need a rest, then take a break. The world will not fall apart if you nap. Renew, dear one. You are a treasure. Be gentle with yourself. Wow, you are a treasure, right? See yourself that way as the genie who has the ability to create anything that they want. Beautiful. I love that. And the last one out, time to stop procrastinating. Your current obligations and responsibilities can no longer be put off. Chop, chop. Maybe we've been focusing too much on other people and not ourselves. Once again, this is time to put in for you, right? Then you can give to others. It is time to buckle down and do the work. The resolution and abundance you seek requires action. Ignore any naysaying voices, so get away from any of those energies that don't support you. Retreat, pull back, decide what it is that you want, what you deserve, right? We saw that in the clearly very soon. Clearly decide what it is that you want. You will receive what you deserve, but you got to decide what it is that you want and put that focus each day from your heart and your mind. That is the energy that creates your world, guys. Believe in yourself. You can do this. Procrastination often comes from the fear that you can't. You are so relieved and proud you will be so relieved and proud when this is behind you. Wow. And you know how that feels when you accomplish something that you're just like, oh my God, this is like the toughest thing ever, or you finish a race, or, you know, whatever it is. And you just know, okay, I can get there. I can do this, you know, but in the meantime, it may be a little tough, but just keep yourself going, because at the end of it, that's where all the joy is, all the work that you put in to get to that point, because you do deserve it. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day, and make sure that you are drawing in, because it's coming. What it is that you truly want. So again, very soon, it's coming, guys. Decide what it is that you want. And don't forget to get your body in great shape. Speaking of energy, with the 4 Thieves vinegar and Thieves oil, get your pint today, month-size supply. It will give you the best protection out there naturally, guys, that I know of. Medicinal vinegars, they have been around for centuries, guys. $30 for a pint, a month supply. You can get the oil or the vinegar, or you can get both for $55. You get a $5 discount on that. Get your orders in today. Reach out, DM me, and I will be sure to get you some on the way. Love you, and have a wonderful, happy Friday Eve. Bye-bye.